How do you get your resident bookings? How would you get a resident booking?
Okay, interesting, yeah, because the answer would kind of be, well, it's relationships, and you've got to build those.
Well, because I'll be going out with you, and I'll be going out with you straight away.
Yeah, it's finished.
No, it's finished.
I always wait to.
It's exactly the same. But when we go into the technicalities, like you would zoom in,
yeah,
that's when you start to, oh, okay, Kieron went that way, okay, we go that way.
From like Water College days, and then was
I went to college. I went to Water.
Yeah, man, the old school college.
Hand goes on 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah? Not on 3 o'clock.
I'm on 3.
I went to 3, yeah, I went.
Wargwarn, my people, and welcome to the Today We Won podcast.
Because I'll be going out with you, and I'll be going out with you straight away, because I just want to be more than the affiliation. I want to see how you tear it up. I want to know how you tear it up.
Sponge, isn't it?
And that's what it's about. But sometimes it's feeling confident to say, can I come out with you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a big question. No, what? No. I'm like, well, you just at home now. Like, there's been a producer and there's been a good DJ, and I'd rather a good DJ over a producer. Because most DJs can produce, but most producers can't DJ live. In my opinion. You got a man who can make a beat put it like this. He smashes it in here.
I can't argue with that.
Absolutely batters it in here. But then I put people in front of him, my crowd, and it's like, I prefer the intimate settings where I can.
I can't argue with that. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Just my opinion.
No, that's a very fair point.
Welcome, my people. Welcome to the Today We Won podcast. I am so gassed to be here. This episode is a very different episode entirely. I've got 2 great DJs in front of me and a familiar face to my left. This is a new setup, and what it is, it's a group settings. So we'll go around one by one and everyone will introduce themselves. So I'm Twist.
Booker.
KieronJ.
KB.
Perfect. So we're all locked and loaded. I've got 2 top tier DJs, and they're going to give us some intel, some behind the scenes knowledge, just a little bit of what it takes to be one of the best DJs. But not only that, relatable skills, transferable skills. You know, there's a lot of DJs that are ready but scared to take that jump, and this was a great episode that we can talk and discuss these kind of things. So no further delay, this is a new start. How do you 2 know each other?
Yeah, I'll try and start off. So basically, before I was a DJ, I was a dancer. Kieron did a competition. I forgot the name of the competition. It was like a DJ. Yeah, so that DJ competition, I was a dancer, a kid called Will. I only noticed this the other day. There's a kid called Will who also entered. So basically what they did is they did their own DJ routine. And then Will was like runner-up in a competition. He's a kid who's next to you in the photo with the headphones on.
I remember him.
With the cap sideways.
The one who's looking fuming.
Yeah,
he's fuming. You can see his face, he's like, and I'm just stood there with my hand up like this. And I'm like, you can see him going. Bless him. He was only young though.
Yeah,
he was really young.
Yeah, young kid. So Kieron ended up winning that, and then obviously the video was posted online. Will obviously shared it. I saw that video, and I was like,
"That's crazy.
That guy is a sick DJ." Like, this is before I was even a DJ. I just knew that he was sick. So I was like, "Yeah, like this guy's dope." And then things sort of like developed. So my dad owned a nightclub, but then I got to meet a load of promoters, and I sort of got in with like a promoter circle before I was DJing myself.
Okay.
And there was a guy called Uzi, and he was running this venue in Derby called Living Lounge. He said, right, who do I get? And I said, get KieronJ. Like, he's a sick DJ. Oh, who is he? I showed him a video, whatever. We booked Kieron, and I just stared for like the whole 2-3 hours while he was playing his set. Like, this guy is dope. And then just started talking from there, really.
I remember that was my last gig in the UK. That was before I went for my season in Marbella. So that was like, it was a Friday, wasn't it? Went and did that, and I think I did the full night as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
It was a full night. It wasn't like a headline 1 hour set or nothing. It was just a full night.
Yeah, like you
go
was
in.
the DJ.
Yeah, and I never really did Derby apart from Moo, which I used to love doing Moo, and I know that he was the resident there.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't really connect then, did we? It was like shits in the night. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you, airs and graces and manners.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until a few years later, really, that we started to connect when I moved here properly to Nottingham. So it was more. How did we start talking? I think it was just like bits through Moo, wasn't it? First.
Yeah. So basically, the guy from Moo, the owner, he asked me like, "Oh, who can we get to like freshen it up a bit?"
Mm-hmm.
So I had like a little list of DJs, and Kieron was one of those. So that's how. Actually, no, it was before that. You was resident for the same guy. So before he became a nightclub owner, he was just a promoter, and he had a night at Players Bar in Birmingham.
Okay.
And Kieron was a resident there.
Go on, Kieron.
So
we're going back now, yeah. We're going back.
We spoke briefly then. So yeah, that's where it started.
Fair play. So how do we know each other? We go way back. Warsaw, WS1, togetherness, all of that type of stuff. So
did you meet school years or did you meet?
No, like from like Warsaw College days, and then was going.
I went to college. I went to Warsaw College.
Yeah, man, the old school college.
No, the new one.
No, see, from me was the old school. So like literally, like the bus station at the front,
at the top.
man.
Wow.
We used to hang around.
I know about that.
Yeah,
man.
So then vague memories of that.
Yeah, man. And then obviously WS1 and Revolution.
That's where it was for me. Yeah, WS1.
Modus,
old school.
Yeah.
Old school, man. And then we just kept in contact, man. And then me jumping on this, so I'm just jumping and riding the wave, man.
Yeah, and it works, man. It works. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got similar outlooks, we've got similar ideas, and we said, you know what, we'll see what we can do and put the ideas together.
Yeah.
I look like when you guys told me that you did a set together, it's like, we've been booked at the same time. We can actually just make magic happen, or we can put a strap on one, not do it all. Do you know what I mean? That's a little bit different for us. But again, we thought about putting our minds together as opposed to doing two separate things. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, it works. It works.
That's good, man. We do a lot of that now, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So KB, obviously, we were talking last time on the last podcast, weren't we, about teaching and stuff like that. And I was doing it on my own. So people were coming to the studio space and getting lessons from me for DJing. And then KB hit me up and he was like, I've got something you might like. And I was like, really? What is it? And he was like, working in a hip hop school. I was like, what's one of them? Never heard of a hip hop school before. And yeah, it just kind of, I was like, I just moved here at the time and I went and had the chat with them. And then I was like, I've got all these people reaching out for gigs and this, that, and the other. So I was like, I don't know if I can commit to it yet. And then they were like, they basically, they were happy for me to start. But I was like, I need to focus on DJing because I've just moved to a new city. I've got to focus on that first. So then I put my roots in. And then 18 months later, I said to him, is that school still going? And he was like, yeah, bro, it's been going 14 years or whatever it is, isn't it?
25 years.
25?
I've been there 14 years myself.
You've been there 14?
Yeah.
So.
Wow, fair play, man.
Yeah.
That's big.
So I started that in January this year, but I started taking all the introductions and stuff in November. So we got Christmas out of the way, and now I've got currently 3 main students that I work with, and yeah, it's great. Like I'm teaching them how to rap, produce, DJ, and it's just a couple of hours out your day. It's class. Like
that's fire. I mean, I like it as well because you get to put your stamp on them. Not your stamp as in your way specifically, but like you can do something just a little bit different to KB. As a viewer, we accept it as exactly the same. But when we go into the technicalities, like you would zoom in, that's when you start to, okay, Kieron went that way, okay, we go that way, but the outcome's the same. We're happy with the outcome, but actually, so it's nice when you get to put your like your personal touch. That's your personal touch into it. Do you know what I mean?
I think I try and approach it where if I was to start again from scratch, how would I want me to teach me?
Yes, I'm like that as well. Actually, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, be your own student, because then it's like, you know, your patience, your frustrations, your point delivery, your attention to detail,
and bad habits and stuff.
Yes.
KB's got a really bad habit when it comes to scratching, and he knows that.
yeah. I do scratch backwards, so like, it's not on
real
really.
disclaimer there.
So go on, explain to us then.
So like, where your hands placed on the deck, basically. So say if you're right-handed, you're supposed to be on the inside of the deck.
If you think of a clock face, your hand goes on 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Not on 3 o'clock.
I'm on 3.
I went to 3. Yeah, I went to 3 just.
I'm backwards. But it's like, I blame dance. I do. Reason being is like, there's a move in dance called the 1990, which is spinning on one hand. So breakers would spin this way. I spin that way. So my hand's like this. So I think I just learn everything back to front. And so it's just natural to me.
That makes sense.
Like inverted.
Yeah,
that inverted view.
That makes sense. So if you can spin on your hands, then you have an excuse basically for scratching backwards.
Basically, yeah.
So I can't do that. So I can't argue with it. I can't, you know what I mean?
Well, no, it is actually a thing. Like, my hand placement's wrong. But it's what it is.
I wouldn't say it's wrong, but it's
opposite.
Yeah.
But that's like a science, it's like inverted view. It's like when you play gaming, you know, when you use your analog sticks. Some people have down as up and up as down. I had it like that for a very long time, and then I flipped it, and I couldn't go back.
Coordination's off in it.
Yeah. I just had to go.
It is all about how you learn. Like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just with scratching, it's as deep as you want to take it. But when you start getting to the real intricacies, your hand needs to be somewhere else other than backwards. That's where it is. So it's like, but do you care to go that deep into it? Like,
as long as your hand can go from here to underneath, or some man turn around and do it backwards. Like, if you got time to spin around and do all that, you got time to get it from there. And
personally, I like to take everything to the nth turn. So I want to be ridiculously good at it. Therefore, I have to fix that problem and do it ASAP. If I don't, I'm just going to be like plateauing. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. And can you do it the other way? Is it more like a bad habit, like driving with 2 hands versus driving with 1?
I'll be so real. Kieron don't even know this. I'm terrible the other way, like terrible. like lower level than beginner, like terrible. Like, it's just weird. I don't know what it is.
You got your style, bro.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but it's all about your interpretation, you know?
No, bro, it's terrible. I promise you. I'm not lying here. You know what I'm saying?
I've got a game that I wanted to do with you DJs, and it was we can go 2 or 3 each. I don't mind, but what it is it's start of your set or end of your set. It's going to be a genre or a song, and how it will work is we'll give it to you, and then you can say, I would like to start a set with this because this is a turn up. Funky house. You say, well, actually, funky house, I'd like to start my set with funky house because I don't want to end my set with it because it's too energetic. Do you know what I mean? So I would say, I'll do 2 and then you can do 2. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to start with funky house. So for yourself, start or finish your set.
It's definitely a warm-up, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a start for
me.
Yeah. For sure.
And any particular reason why it just gets the crowd interactive? Funky's got those songs in it that people...
For me personally, I think of like, say if you're walking into a club, there's no one in there, but if the music's energetic, you can carry.
That's the tempo, in it.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was going to say. It's the pace, it's the familiarity, where if you're young or an uncle and auntie, you can walk in there and be like, "Yeah, I know this song."
Yeah.
But it's not too much, and you can just stand there, even if you're on your own, like waiting for your clip to come or whatever. You can just. And now it's over, boy, and just be like, yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the vocals,
feel the room. Go on,
that,
okay, so then I would say dubstep. Started
Dubstep. It ain't even in there.
Yeah, bin it.
It
I was
ain't
about to
even
say,
in
yeah,
there.
bin that.
Really?
Nah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't catch me. The only closest relative I would play is if it's a private event and it works, I'd play KEB on a mission. That's it.
So then would you have that at the end of your set or the beginning?
It'd be like in the middle of a private function that I knew it was going to work, and it would probably come after, I don't know, something like Heartbroken T2 or something like that to kind of break
like
the
a
energy a
bass
bit
line
and
type of
move
thing.
somewhere else. It'd be a bridge, but I wouldn't play dubstep anywhere, to be honest.
Go on, what about yourself? And these will just be scenarios anyway.
Yeah.
So that you can say like, you know what, I'll probably have it at the end because I don't want to play it then.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we have to play it then.
Yeah. It's going on.
For me, if it's dubstep, then I would bin it. But if I have to play it, it'll be at the very end,
Okay.
where I've like rinsed everything.
Yeah.
I've got nothing left.
You're
so,
scratching the barrel. You're like, what else have we got?
Precisely that. I'd pull it out there.
Yeah.
Go on then.
R&B. And why?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We got to put this back on him now, haven't we, really?
Go on.
Because you can't just say R&B. It's like, what era are we talking?
So,
Aaliyah, Monica.
That's noughties, then
Yeah. So if we're talking about 90s.
Yeah,
That depends massively on what the event is,
Yeah.
what venue it is, etc.
Yeah.
But generally, say if it
main stage, big event,
Yeah.
you're headlining.
Big event.
Yeah.
And I'm headlining.
Yeah. So it could be a gap.
I'd be expecting to hear it before I start then, yeah, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
It could be, but it's your set. It's
Yeah.
your set, so it don't matter. You could have played it. I could have just played it.
yeah.
Are you going to
yeah.
start with
I
it,
think-
or would
I
you
think
say
if it was a crowd that was 35 and above, kind of around that sort of age, definitely in like the warm up, like before peak, you know, like the stuff that loosens you up as you're coming in. You know, if say that would go next to UK Funky, so it'd be like A or B depending on the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd.
They would sit next to each other. But on the other hand, if it's been a good headline set and this, that, and the other, and you want to keep people in, you can also put it there, you know, so it doesn't have to be necessarily one or the other. No, 100%.
Yeah. It's just, these are just questions
It's
to put
quite
you guys on the
fluid,
spot. Do you know what I mean? And show your versatility, really. Like, you know what, actually.
Well, I think that's what shows though, versatility in it, because it's like knowing that the same song can work at multiple times of the night, but knowing when it will work tonight.
Most.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it boils down to, really. So say if like the DJ before you is tearing up like all the new stuff, you know that this can work. Like, for example, shout out to Donch. Donch will absolutely tear up any dance with like old music, but he just knows how to play it. It's how you play it. Really.
He's quick with it as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching him, I'm like, you must set your hot cues so meticulously. And then just when they get into sync, pulls it out, and it's like next song, and I'm like, he's just juggling the crowd, like just throwing them up and catching them and throwing them again constantly.
See, I like the old school tunes because they're more like they roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Even with some of the new stuff, you've got to be feeling it. With the old stuff, you've already got favourites. It doesn't matter if you identify it as a favourite or not. It doesn't matter if you like the song or not. You can be like, oh, I'm sick of hearing this. But it's a favourite because you're familiar with it. It's still a favourite. Do you know what I mean?
When you're on your own versus in a crowd of your people, like songs that you might be sick of because you know every word.
Yeah.
As soon as it happens in that group setting, you see it all the time, and like the one person will just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah," and then their friends will all be singing, and they'll be like, "Well, I don't want to be singled out. I'm going to get involved."
I have to,
You know what I
I've got no
mean?
choice. Like the odd one there.
Yeah, massively. Right, what's next?
Next one is drill.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I'll start this one. So that one again, it depends on the venue and event. Reason being is, like right now, and Kieron plays at the same sort of venue. So Unit 13 and Moomin, for example, drill will tear it up at peak time.
Shellings.
But then other places, I'll use it as like a throwaway, like warm up song, like warm up selection. So it depends really. massively on
So
that.
so then it's the best location for the area.
Put it this way: if it's like a student-orientated crowd, that stuff's gonna work really well.
Yeah.
There. But if it's like for like 30-year-olds and above and whatever, it doesn't work so well there.
Yeah, so you'd finish with it there because they may bop their head to it, but they're not really. It's not their jam.
It's like drill to this current generation is what power was to us.
Yeah.
Like, but you wouldn't necessarily play it around just anybody.
Everybody,
you know what I mean?
It was come across
but
too
when
aggressive.
We were kids, it was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was it. So that's why it's true, isn't it?
Yeah. But
just aggressive.
If you listen to like Creeper and stuff like that now, like I've got a playlist in my car and I've got a good system in the whip, but I listen to them and I'm like, they're so badly produced, but they're done from kids who were limited back in 2006 and stuff like that, 2002, some of them, you know, like I Love You, Dizzy Rascal and stuff like that. You hear them and you go, oh, like the production aspect, if you're listening to it as an engineer or whatever, you're like, so bad, so many no-nos. But then there's the nostalgic in you that goes, I love you. And you're like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just so catchy. So yeah, I think drill for me would be, I think it's the current thing for kids. You know what I mean? It is. And like we were talking earlier, wasn't we, about like I was showing him a couple of tunes and that. And I was like, have you played this? Have you played that? It's going off in unit. And he was like, nah, mate, I definitely ain't playing that. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, because I just don't like the music, so I don't want to support it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I said, well, on the other side, I've learned to switch my ears off if I don't like it, but the crowd's going off. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's two
that's
sides
a question within yourself then, so which you've answered, but I'd say elaborate on it more, just for DJs that may not have got to this level yet. Do you know what I mean? Like someone's going to hand you a playlist of songs, or at least request a playlist of songs and request it, and you don't really rock with it, whether it's the message, whether it's the type of genre that it is, like, do you know what I mean? Like you're thinking, oh gosh, it's not for me. How do you respectfully say no? Or if you do play it, like you say, do you turn your ears off to it and just play it? Because
depends how many times they ask me.
Yeah, because like if it wasn't yourself, it was someone else that said to me, someone said, yeah, because we're in a club right now, he just spent 10 grand behind the bar.
Oh, if you're doing that, you get whatever you want, because obviously that's
do you know what I mean? Like, you have to.
Like, depend. Like, you know, if you're in somewhere like News Cafe in Marbella, and a baller comes in or whatever and says, like, spend X, Y, Z. Yeah, I've had it before. I'm not going to say his name.
I know who, because I heard the story.
Yeah, he came up to me and he was like, bro, I will spend X amount if you play this song, if you got it on your laptop. And I was like, nah, like, what is it? I was like, try me, because I've got Bob the Builder on my laptop, so I got everything, bro. And he was like, Ronan Keating, Life is a Roller Coaster. I was like, in the middle of News Cafe, I'm playing Future, like, and he wants me to randomly do that, but he's talking till, like, on the bar. I was like, all right, then, cool. And I scrolled through and I knew I got it. And I went, oh, there it is. He went, oh, you just cost me a lot of money. I went, yeah, no worries. You're going to order it then? He was like, yeah. Ordered it. Bottles came out. Played it. It was literally gone from like some like Mask Off Future to Life is a Roller Coaster, and then back again. Yeah. So if you're in that situation, then yeah. Like,
that's where the money's at.
But yeah, I would say it's all dependent. Like if you said how, like, when people ask you, if you're coming into a club and your first port of call is to go straight to the DJ and tell him what to do, I don't rate you.
Yeah.
I really don't rate you. And I know that it's coming from like people just wanting what
an
they want.
An enthusiastic place.
Yeah. Yeah. People wanting what they want. I've also noticed it comes from a little bit of wanting to feel special to their friends and stuff. Like, oh, he's played my song.
Yeah, that for me. He's done that for me, yeah.
But it's also, you have to, it sounds a bit like dying on an old horse or whatever, but you've got to respect the craft of a DJ and let the DJ take you on a journey.
Yeah.
You know,
See,
trust your DJ.
I agree with what you're saying, but there's sometimes then, say I go somewhere and I can, because my next genre to give you both was reggae. Now, you're not reggae DJs, but I'd like to know the answers to that.
Yeah.
So do I. Like,
Oh, bro,
I play
so,
it, yeah.
so you are reggae
Yeah.
DJs then? I don't know. Do I? I'm
Yeah,
two sets for all of them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you know, sometimes it's nice to say to a DJ, yo, you got Beres Hammond, or you got Down by the River, or do you know what I mean? Like you got this one tune, and it's like you can ask it, not because you're trying to tell them how to do their job, but because you're feeling it. First, yo, can I have the new Pop Smoke deal? And you're like, all right.
What's different? The thing that's different there is your approach and how you think about it.
Deliverance.
So that's the big difference. When these kids come up to you and they're just holding a phone, like,
that's the worst.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Snapchat,
true.
like
I've literally seen like
it's like honestly, you look in the crowd and you've got signposts as if you're driving somewhere, and it's like, right, I got Pop Smoke there, and I've got D Block Europe over here, and I've got Taylor Swift. I'm not going down that route. So I don't want to go there.
Taylor Swift.
It happens a lot.
So reggae then, at the beginning or the end?
I will say for me, end of the night when you've got the right crowd, sing along vibes, and they go out the door happy.
Yeah.
And you hear them songs in the kebab shops, everyone can't stop singing them. Do you know what I mean? Those ones, they're good. But I do have little routines where it might be peak time and I've got a tune on playing the Bashman, and it might say a word, and then I drop a reggae song and then go from that back into the set. Like a curveball. So for me, definitely though, usually end of the night. Imagine you'd be the same, right?
Yeah, I did it last night, literally. Like, I finished on reggae. Yeah, it's the same thing, you know, everyone leaves happy. Yeah.
So what is your favorite genre to DJ? So what is your you go to?
So we're already assuming that we're urban DJs, yeah?
Yeah, so we're not like, it's not that wide open. But like we said, or I said, what did I say, dubstep? You said, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then it's like, okay, then so what would be like, oh, you know what, like this is my thing. I like to start with this.
Ooh, what about you?
Mine is, and I only like noticed it was this when I started moving around and started doing different countries. Mine's definitely funky house.
Okay, yeah, funky's energy
and garage. Like,
yeah,
I'm on that.
That screams UK though. That does.
And do you know why else? It's because typically in the UK, I'm not playing that stuff. Because the sort of clubs that I've been playing, it doesn't warrant that sort of music. It's more like the drill, student type stuff. So I'm not playing that stuff, so I enjoy that way more. So that's now my favorite. That's where I'm at.
No, that's lit.
I think I'm more. Remember we was talking about Wilfie D?
Yeah.
And like the Afro house sort of stuff. Not necessarily like crazy levels of like, you know, where it's like main stage vibes or whatever, just cool grooves. It could go a little bit Amapiano. It could be a little bit more towards the Afro housey stuff. It's in the middle of that. It's like just that there's a Wolfie D remix of
Georgia Smith.
What's that called again? What's it called?
I forgot, but it's such a bang. No, honestly, it's a banger.
Oh,
The Way I Love
good.
You.
The Way I Love You. Yeah. Like obviously the original, good. It's great. Not great, but it was good.
Yeah, it did its thing.
But I felt like George's vocal was a bit in your face, and it was like there was too much of her voice when it was like a bassline track. Do you know what I mean? It didn't just kind of
that hit a bit and then give you the beat, because that's what it is really. A girl in a bassline tune is more like an ad-lib specialist. She's doing giving you a banging hook and then she's gone.
Paint a picture, step back,
banging
boom,
hook, and then
you get a production.
Yeah.
Now what Wolfie D has done, he's took her vocal, really cut it down and just took the very little I don't want to live it, and that's it. And like he's just kind of like put it over this soulful groovy beat, and it's just like, oh, is this UK funky? Is it, what is it? And it's just, you just every now and then you hear her voice come in and you're just like,
it gets you moving. You know when a song gets you moving, you creatively written. You feel the beat, like you don't need to know the tune, you're bobbing.
So for me, I think that's where I enjoy finding those gems, because I know I can play them in my warm-ups and I'm staying away from anything that might rinse my set or whatever. But they're still familiar. They're like little edits or bootlegs, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. Like, let's just keep it bubbling along. So I think that for me is more what I would go for.
So I'm just thinking of a random question, like it just come to me. So not necessarily what made you guys be DJs, we've sort of covered that, but what piece of information would you pass on to an inspiring DJ that isn't necessarily obvious, but actually would help them propel their career?
So my thing is this, and I learned this for myself. I was looking at events and venues and not actually knowing what happens within those venues, all those events. So then, like, I'd put myself forward for this set, I'd end up getting it. Then when I'm playing, it's not the right thing. Then I feel like a dickhead, like after, like, yo, you've effed that up. So my thing would be like, do your market research and then make a plan and move forward in that direction, rather than just, oh, that looks cool, I want to do that, without actually knowing like what it is. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, similar sort of. I would say a mistake that I made was because I was obviously doing the competition stuff and that, which is how I got my name out. And I built DJs across the UK or whatever that heard of what I did and they were like, oh, he's sick technically. And they were looking to me for inspiration. I doubled down on being technical, but I didn't think about the songs I was playing. So like you either go become a DJ who's a selector or a technical DJ, or you get the third, which is a personality, and you talk a lot.
Like you try this stuff. Interaction.
Similar to what Day does now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's always been a great personality brand, great DJ as well, obviously. But there's a few different ways you can go, but you can almost got too focused on the technicalities, which made me a really slick DJ. I needed to work on my song selection and make sure that the technical stuff I was doing
goes over the right
was the right music.
What I mean? To really make it bang. Yes, I can appreciate that, because that's the equivalent. The equivalent to that is like amazing vocals, terrible song. Or
the
terrible
lyrics,
beat, and you're like, man, if you would have chose a different beat for this, I don't know what beat, but if you'd have chose a different beat, this would have just went bang, it would have set it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so now I can totally empathise with you there and understand that viewpoint.
And it took a lot, because when you're known as that DJ who other DJs rate, because you can do stuff on the decks that they go, oh, that looks sick, I love to learn that. And you get an ego. And you're like, So when a DJ goes, why did you play that song though? And this, that, and the other. And you go, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm sick in it. Do you know what I mean? So you're not listening to the question, like, especially when I was young, but I was like 18, 19, 20, still got a point to prove to the world. Do you know what I mean? So that was definitely for me, just learning what makes a crowd tick before you show off.
Yeah, I want to speak on that a bit as well. So there's a DJ, I'm not going to name him, but like he posts these viral videos, which are like a minute long. But if you watch his whole set for an hour,
it's not as intense.
I personally think it is not good. Like it doesn't flow. It switches up too much from this genre to that one or whatever. But then, like on face value, like,
looks amazing.
It's got a sick video. Like, this guy's amazing. But then, if you watch his whole thing for its whole entirety, it's just not there. You know what I mean? So,
I think it gets to a point though where if you have that wow factor because you've got the following and you've got the brand, people who turn up just want to actually see it and say that they've been to see it.
Yeah.
They don't actually care
about the delivery,
about the levels of it, which is crazy. Because if you're a fan, like
I've been to tribute bands, and that is that entirely. You're not getting the actual. So I've gone to KB's show of KieronJ's tribute, but I know I'm not going to get Kieron. But as long as you just do just a couple of things that Kieron would have done,
make me believe it for a minute.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
banging. Kieron tribute.
What a vibe.
One way to put it, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
I think it's one of those things. It's just your crowd don't necessarily, they're not as educated as you are.
Mhm.
And if you have a crowd and you know how to make it look like you're God's gift online and this, that, and the other, that's all well and good.
Mhm.
But I think there is something to the opinions of other DJs, you know, like the ones who are really in those clubs all the time and seeing the tracks at work, testing this, testing that.
That one we call big in the game type of person. Like.
Just skin in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's very easy to blow overnight now and become successful as a DJ and tour and stuff like that because your algorithms favoured you and it's popped, you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you're ready. Like,
that's very true, because if you're not ready and the opportunity comes, that's when you really mess up a major.
Well, this happened last year with another DJ. I'm not going to mention who it is again, but he got booked in Marbella, and everyone was like, what is this dude doing here? He might be doing good on TikTok and whatnot.
But he's not ready for it.
He killed Marbella, which is like an impossible thing to do. He did that. So, yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about other DJs, who inspired you? So, you know, like everyone says, oh, this artist inspired me like to do what I wanted to do. Which DJs, apart from...
I'll go first. Kieron was one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So Kieron, my top three is Kieron, Jerome Vandal. So Jerome Vandal is like, he makes edits, he's a producer, but he's also a big DJ, and he's from the Netherlands, yeah. But he's just like, he does crazy, outrageous stuff, takes off his top and that. stuff. But it's his sound. Like, you can't predict what he's gonna do. Like, you literally can't. Like, he just pulls things out of nowhere, so I rate him for that. And for technicality, it's actually my godfather, Fever from Nottingham. He's just ridiculously good. Like, so good.
We need to get Fever on here.
And I say him as well because he's had like such longevity in this game. He's been doing it for longer than I've been alive. Yeah. So 35 years, and he's still relevant today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without social media as well, just from being a bad man.
Yeah. And I think that's what it really worked in that older era of life. It's like, because you had to show up, then your name went further. But now you've got social media, it's all right to do a mix. It's all right to have a pretty setup like this and say, like, you know, join my new school. Like, that's fine. But actually, when people knew you was coming, like DJ, EJ, when back in the day and there wasn't all this social media, he just had everything in the charts. Everything, like, do you know what I mean? Volume that to 100, and you played them all.
Yeah.
Literally still going there.
17 was my favourite.
Okay.
17 was so good. Volume 17, I rinsed that on my phone.
Sony Ericsson with the two speakers.
The dice. Come on. You had to wear the dice, bro. Come on.
Loved it. My inspirations, there's one guy who, have you ever heard of DJ AM?
Nah.
I didn't think you would have. He was the first guy that broke Serato, started using Serato. Like, he was like one of the very first DJs to use Serato Scratch Live back in the day. And he became kind of a celebrity DJ for the celebs. So he would do like all the LA parties and stuff like that and whatever. Sadly, he passed away years and years ago now. But it was I think it was the party lifestyle and the touring and stuff that got him. But he was so good. He used to take like Oasis Wonderwall, and then he'd get a hip hop drum beat. But we're not talking in the days when you had like hot cues and stuff like that. He was really doing it with the laptop, the first Apple Macs and all that stuff. And he was like the original like guy for all of that. And he was just so sick with it. Yeah, you should see some of his videos on YouTube. They're like old now, but he's really good. And then EZ, obviously. There's Scotty B from, he's over in Dubai now. He's a big inspiration to me.
Yeah, can we have 5? Because like, he's just goat level, like ridiculous.
No, there's a lot of DJs that have inspired me over the years. You know, there's like ones when I first started that showed me the decks and stuff like that. Like I mentioned Daryl before on the last podcast. You know, there's honestly so many. Like even KB will say this, that, and the other, and it makes me think differently. And you know, so I think the key is to just be open to everything. You know, but when you're passionate and you fall in love with the craft, everything inspires you. You know, I could be sat eating food with the missus and whatever, and she puts a song on. I'm like, this is sick. She's like, you ain't heard this. And I'm like, you're supposed to be the DJ. And da, da, da. Do you know what I mean?
Why do you always say that? Every time
you say that. Everything like,
I'll tell you what, if I called her in, I'd be like, listen, what about this song? She'd be like, don't let him tell you that he found out. Just, I showed me this, that, and the other. Yeah.
So I'm just thinking then, so what piece of advice would you give to someone there? You're looking to save them time. I don't care who it is. Someone brand new, someone who has got their first residency at their local nightclub, 250 capacity versus any type of advice. What information would you pass on to someone to help speed up their career, get them quicker to where you boys are confidence-wise?
I have these conversations a lot because I tend to help a lot of upcoming DJs and bring them through.
There we go.
So right now, I've got a DJ who's like literally 2 months into the game, no joke. And he believes that he should be further than where he is. And I'm like, mate, stop running before you can walk.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, I'm 2 months in, why don't I have residency? I see you getting booked left, right, and center. And I'm like, bro, I'm 9 years in. Like, slow down, bro. Like, you called me up 2 months ago saying, oh, KB, I want to buy some decks so I can mess around on my stag do. Now you've got hooked and now you want bookings. I'm like, bro, like, just slow down. So my advice is lower your expectations initially.
Yeah.
Like in the building stages anyway. Like,
and that's a good point. You know what? I was listening to something and it's like, you're trying to make £1 million. The first thing you can do is tear up whatever sheet you think it is. It'll come when it comes. Versus you think you can give it a time that you haven't had something before and you're going to tell it when you're ready. It's like, it's always better to be ready and wait for an opportunity or with second headphones, as opposed to you thinking, well, I've just hit the 2 month mark to the day and I'm ready. As an example. Do you know what I mean? Like, just as an example.
Yeah.
I was saying to you guys, I'd love to come and like just be a fly on the wall on one of your sets when you're doing your work, and I just get to just listen. I get to watch. I love that because what it is it's techniques, it's invaluable information, it's watching crowd control. Then you'll be like, oh, here, twist, listen to this now. Boom, dropped a tune, and it's like, oh, okay. So then that's what kind of gets up. Yeah, that's invaluable information, as opposed to me asking you guys, can you teach me? And we'll press all the keys in here privately. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't see how the crowd react when you do your thing.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this. I think it is important to really submerge yourself in it, because we were on about it earlier, about DJing is not a normal income. Like, it's what you have to do to your nervous system to get paid is wild. Like, you have to walk into a room, it could be 10 people, it could be empty, or it could be 1,000 people, and you've got to entertain them. And you've got to, doesn't matter if you had a bad day, doesn't matter if your dog's died or whatever, it doesn't matter. You've got to turn up and entertain these people, and your bills depend on it. So show up and put everything to one side and just perform. You know what I mean?
See, but you both said funky house, because I was going to say to you guys, what would you do if you've been booked at a residency and the dance floor's dead. But you said funky house now, like you said, it's a pivotal move because you don't need to know the songs. You just need to understand rhythm. Funky house is a very mellow, light rhythm, gentle.
Like groovy.
Yeah, groovy. You don't need to know it, but if you can go in and it's got some good songs,
it's infectious.
You can. That's the one. You'll start to get people starting to pile in, which will then fill your empty space. Do you know what I mean? Because I was going to say, if you're in an empty, you was books, both of you. How would you get the crowd going? But I suppose something like Funky House would be a great opportunity.
There's no two ways to skin a cat. To say, like,
do you know what? I genuinely just start by entertaining myself. Because if I'm not entertained, it is evident.
That's what some DJs say, you know. Like,
yeah.
They got an empty room saying, no, I need to entertain myself.
Yeah.
And then you notice that other people are coming in and saying, I like that.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
I've got a friend in Marbella, Scott Strutt, shout out to you, bro. Like, we used to spend so much time together and talk about News Cafe. He's like the main resident on weekends for News Cafe, and I would do like a Monday, Tuesday there. And we had this joke where like I'd meet him and he'd just be setting up to play on the Friday night or whatever, and I'd go and see him before I was playing a Mirage afterwards. So we don't open till later, so I get to see his warm up. So I would go and watch him do his warm up, and he would start with a certain song, and he knew that if he played that song first, he was going to have a good night. Like, because it just got him in the mood.
Yeah. So then he relaxed.
And he knew
people go off your energy as well.
He knew what he was going to play afterwards without thinking, and he'd just flow. And so I know a lot of people say, like, don't plan your set and don't this, that, and the other. But if two songs go together really well, you're going to do it.
Yeah,
because it's your, I found them, I'll put them together.
It's your entry. It's your entry in.
And
it's your feel of the crowd control.
This pathway that's like every song afterwards is your choice, and it's your personality and taste coming through. And that's all a DJ set is, if you think about it. Like, from start to finish, it's I'll play this, and then I'll play that, and then I'll play this. And it creates this tunnel, like, through the night. And he just finds that with that...
Do you know why I'm laughing? Because he called it tunnel, right? No, this is the truth. Fever, my godfather, he gave me a crate, and the name of it is Ink Tunnel, because he used to DJ at Ink. And it's Tunnel, and he said, go from that song, go all the way down in that order, watch the dance floor. And it's like mad.
That's crazy. I've never used that word before either. Like,
that's crazy, isn't it?
And this is where we have to have these conversations, because that may be new to me, may be new to you, but there'll be a DJ that's thinking, okay, right, so let me just write down Tunnel, because if I can write my own Tunnel. And these things are pivotal things, you see. Like, we know DJs who would love to have more, whether we say bookings or, let's just go with bookings.
Yeah.
But without even knowing you need to have a tunnel, that's where stage fright can get someone where actually, if you've got a tunnel, you just need to just follow the script. And you're gonna impress whoever the masses will be, because you're following the script as opposed to, okay, they like this one. That comes down the line with confidence, I would say. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think one of the most important things that I wish I'd started doing sooner was just looking at my history that I'd played tonight or last night or 2 weeks ago, and really looking at why I chose what song at what time of the night, what time did I play it, like what like sort of section. And as soon as I started doing that years ago, I never really had a bad night, because I've got data on myself. Like, you can be so convinced that collecting data on the new songs or this, like this trend or this TikTok thing and blah, blah, blah. Just look at what you played for that crowd and just jot it down. Like, if I expanded my history, he said to me earlier, he went, your crates are a joke. There's so many of them. And I was like, everything's just so meticulously organized because I just collect data on myself.
Yeah.
Which enables me to assess and go, oh, I did a mix last night. It was this song into this song. I'm going to save that and put that here. I've got 5 more tunes around it that work. So that's just going to slot nicely into there, like a game of Tetris. And your set just switches and evolves over time, because you get like a new banger and you go, that beat sounds like this, so I'm going to put it next to that and then see how that, there's a wordplay or there's this, that and the other, and it all just sort of comes together over time. And it's constantly evolving and developing as new music comes out. You discover new things and try new things.
So let me ask you a question then. You just give me an idea of the opposite to that. So now you like to do hip hop, and I was going to think of some artists. So let's not get into trouble. But you're a DJ. You like a specific type of just American hip hop then, and then all of a sudden the new American hip hop is going a bit. Well, it's new, so you guys have to play the new current stuff. How do you guys get around playing songs you don't like? I know we kind of did ask this, but I'm asking it in a different kind of way.
So we literally spoke about this earlier, like off camera. So I was explaining to Kieran, he was showing me some I don't know what you'd even call it, like
girl rap,
body shaking girl rap.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Yeah.
I literally hate it. I can't lie. I hate it. I think it's trash, sexy red, all that.
Yeah.
Rubbish, dead. It's not for me, yeah?
He likes TGIF by Glorilla, though, doesn't
We'll
he?
get
He said he'll play that.
We'll get to it, man. So what it is, obviously, as I've explained in this already, I came up from dancing, innit? So breaking, we're down for traditional boom bap, hip hop. So I listen to stuff differently.
Yeah.
So right now, J. Cole's just dropped his new album. That for me right now is the best thing ever. It smokes everything else that I'm hearing right now. But then I said to Kieran, I'll have 4 or 5 of those tunes that I really don't like, and I just drop them because I have to.
Because they're popular.
Yeah, and it sort of ticks a box, and then I move away from it.
Yes.
Whereas Kieran's doing the opposite. He's turning off his ears and just going, all of these ring off. Let's go. Yeah, and I'm not.
I do.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So personally, I see it like this: we're DJs. It's up to us to change this narrative. So this is another thing that I've discussed as well. So there's another DJ called K Richo. He won't mind me mentioning him either. He does this sort of mumble rap stuff on the side. He does it for fun. So I said, bro, what is it that you don't like about this music? Because I just really don't get it.
Yeah.
And he said, it's nothing to do with lyrical content at all. All it's about is flows and crazy beats. So I'm like, this is what we're pushing. You could literally say the wildest lyrics ever, and you are gassing it up.
Yeah, making it sound like you just slay.
Yeah, so I want to change that. Because I come from traditional hip hop. I want to change
with
that.
Proper music.
So I'm not
praising it.
Yeah, so I'm personally not backing it. I don't care. So that's where I'm at personally.
I think with that point, it's a derivative of hip hop. It doesn't necessarily define hip hop and rap. You know, you used to have back in the day, they'd call it gangster rap or conscious rap, and they were both polarizing. And you either like one or the other. Some people like both, you know. It's nothing new nowadays. I don't know why you would, but you might like Playboy Carti.
No, well, listen, the students love that.
They love it.
No,
Honestly,
they do love that. They do love that, because it's in and it's popular. And
I'm not
saying all their type, he's talking their language. That's what it is.
Yeah, his only track is Sky. That's all right. All right for a minute, and that's it. I'm out.
A minute's pushing it, bro. It's 30 seconds. But
I'm only saying it for a minute because that's the thing is I play the song and I'll watch. It's like I've got this. You've probably got this. It's like a sixth sense, and you can feel the energy in the room the minute you drop a song, and you can. It's like a bottle of water just being emptied, like a hole in the bottom of it, and you can feel it. The energy's there, and all the time it's just going down, going down, going down. And you'll play Playboy Carti and it'll go and it's just gone. And you're like, shit, I need to change song.
Yeah, I need to say this now.
People go, yeah. And by the time he starts rapping, they're bored.
It's the first 4 lines. Wake up, it's the first of the month. Done.
Yeah,
it's finished. It's finished.
Yeah,
I always wait to
repeat that again. And
when he says, she's my best friend, but we're not a couple. When he says that, that's when I'm after that. Because I'll pull it out and the crowd sing it, and then he starts going, tell me what you want to do. And I'm like, I couldn't see anyone raving to that bit. Do you know what I mean? So I'm out and I'm moving on.
We now have quick fire questions. So we've got some quick fire questions for the boys, and it's literally just off the top of your heads. You answer. little bit of an explanation, keep it moving. You don't have to explain, but you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one I'd love to go with is hot or cold.
Hot and warm now.
Yeah, hot. Definitely hot.
Last time I asked Kieran this, it was funny because
Oh,
it's like,
it took me ages.
wow.
I was overthinking it already when I tried to quick fire.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Right. So, big crowd or celebrity intimate group settings.
Intimate group settings.
Same for me, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Same.
Live set or playlist for the gram.
Live set.
Yeah, live set all day.
Okay. So, COD or Fortnite.
Fortnite.
No.
Yeah, man.
It's gotta be COD for
Oh my
me,
God,
though.
man! Then next
Yeah,
one.
COD, bro,
I
all
go
day.
with Fortnite.
Nah, man.
Interactive crowd or no interactive crowd, but sing every song's words. So you've got them interacting. Can I have this? And you're not. Go on. Or you got they're not asking nothing, but every single song you play, they're singing along. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
like, nah,
I think by interactive crowd, you mean they're paying attention to me when I'm DJing.
Yeah.
Now, I'd rather them be focused on themselves enjoying it than focusing on me enjoying it. You know what I mean? I actually would prefer that. Even though I'm quite technical.
Because you can entertain more in it because no
I
one's
can
watching.
sit back and be in the corner and just be like, and just the quiet hero in the back. I don't like to be sung about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, keep it low key.
Yeah.
You entertain, everyone's having a banging night, but you don't really realise it's you guys making it a banging night. But tonight it feels different.
I start to feel a type of way when I've got like a group of people and they're like, hey, and then like, and I'm like, should I be doing something now? Or something, make me look busy, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't even stand like this.
Make it look like you're working. Dizzy Rascal, I Love You, or Wiley, Who Ate All the Pies?
I Love You. I've already mentioned it.
Yeah, easily that.
There's C63, AMG, or RS6 Audi.
I'm going with the C63.
Oh, that's
You're a petrol head, though, aren't you?
Yeah, that's pain, man. It's got to be the Audi, you know.
Audi.
It's got to be the Audi.
RS6. Last one, teach or be taught?
Be taught.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of both, man.
I am.
I'm a bit of both, I'll be honest.
Which one would you lean towards? So that's like 59, 51, 49.
Naturally, I am the teacher because of work. But I never think that, I know everything. So I want to be taught as well. So, yeah, man.
I can see both sides of it. Like, my immediate answer is I don't know enough. Because that's
I'm
my
like that,
mindset.
teach me, but then actually you know enough to be able to pass on.
Yeah, when I do pass knowledge on, especially at the school, and they're like, I feel like I've really learned something today. And I'm like, yeah, like I've passed on a nugget there, you know what I mean? And like I go home and I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You feel like it's that someone for a building, a burning building.
I feel like I've achieved something today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%, because like sometimes you can I get a proper buzz from helping someone, like teaching someone.
Yeah.
But just like you said initially, I would say I don't know enough.
Yeah.
So I would like to teach, but then that would me be thinking, I know everything. I've got tons to learn.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I want to pass it on, but initially you need to learn it to pass it on.
See,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's one of those, like, you can teach someone how to brush their teeth, right? You know what I mean? Because you've done it and you've been doing it for years and years and years because you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You do get to that point with anything. It's like a certain concept someone asks you about, but there might be something you go, don't know everything about it, but here's what I see.
Here's my expertise.
And maybe then they can teach you what they know and you can fill in the gaps. You know what I mean? So that's where being taught comes in.
So you both obviously teaching in school. What has been your biggest achievements in the school?
Okay, so I've got one. I taught a kid how to DJ. He then went and DJ'd at Boomtown Festival, which is like ridiculous.
That's big, man.
Yeah,
that is big.
crazy.
Yeah, that's big actually. That's really cool. And you get to say, like, I helped him do that. Like, that was me.
And he still, like, to this day, still messages me, yo, KB, I've done this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
nice,
It's like,
man.
wow. And he was actually the most difficult student to teach at the time. So the fact that he's gone on to do that is, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Props to you.
Yeah,
I
100%.
appreciate it.
I'm still pretty new to it. So, like I said, I've only been doing it since January,
Yeah.
like officially. But I think, like, I kind of already said it when I said about the nugget thing. Like, it's just those moments where they look at each other, if you've got a group or whatever, and they're like, that's blown my mind. Or like,
Yeah.
you know, I had a kid ask me about, like, he got writer's block. And I was like, right, let's break it down. And I started teaching him about structuring, building a beat. Instead of thinking of it as a big thing that you've got to do for 3 minutes, just think of a 4-beat loop and then copy it, slightly alter it, and A, B, C, D it. And, you know, there's certain ways to go about it. And I explained it to him, and he was like, so glad I asked you that question, because it's helped him, because he's got the stuff at home and he plays and does that stuff there. So he plays bass. So he's piecing what he knows from playing bass guitar with production on the computer.
Yeah.
It's important that you marry it with something, because sometimes you can teach a point and it's so hard to grasp, but if you can relate that point to something else, you can get it a lot quicker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that you decided to answer that question as opposed to saying I'm too new to answer that question, because actually what you've just said is banging. And
it's
like,
ridiculously rewarding.
He could be the next, what KB just said, you don't know, like, but this will be this time next year's conversation. Kieron, you know what, I did Glastonbury, or, you know what I mean, I did something, you know, raw,
like, he literally said that to me, and I was like, nah. But then he sent me videos, I was like, whoa, that's crazy, bro, like, that's mad, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Also, no one's supposed to have one more question, but what has your students taught you?
That's a good question, actually.
I learned so much off the kids, I can't lie.
What stood out?
I'll just keep it as raw and as honest as I can. Outside of the school, I've got very, very short fuse, They test my patience
and
massively.
make it stretchy.
But in the school setting, it's like unwavering. Like, you cannot bother me. Like, a kid ran at me with a chair and I sat still. I didn't even flinch. But if it was outside, I would have been like, yo, what's going on, big man? You got me? So they've taught me that, you know,
Patience.
Yeah, to have patience. But it's like, there's a time and a place for everything. Mainly is what they've taught me. So that's what I take from that.
What about yours?
They've actually restored my faith in the youth. They really have. Like, that's my honest answer. Because it's very easy to just think, oh, you know, all this, the computers and phones and da-da-da, it's right in their brains. We just sound like our grandparents or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But they have restored it. Like, okay, some of them have got interesting lifestyles and choices that they make in life and whatever, but when they come to this place, they are willing to work and they are seriously talented.
I think it's because of what you guys look cool, man. You look cool. I think it's important to have a cool looking teacher. If you're going to get a point across, or at least try to get a point across, you've got to have some form of relatability. If I come and brought something to interview to, sir, I'm like, you know what, he's cool, and he always dresses cool, and like, I think he'll know the answer. And you come into them with faith that they're already able to solve your problem, which makes your job really easy, actually, because you're like, oh, is that what you wanted? Yeah, if you did this, I knew you could do it.
That's so true.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Say the difference between what we do and what, like, the generic school teacher does. Is like, that generic school teacher walks in, suit, tie, all that stuff. I literally go to work like this. Literally like this. And then straight off the bat, they're like, oh, it's not like it's mainstream school.
I
feel more comfortable.
And then I'm like, oh, they don't say, oh, Mr. Brown. It's, yo, Kane or KV, you know. It's completely different. It's different.
Do you remember when I came for my interview originally? And you were probably thinking about, what's his name then? I can't say his name. We're gonna have to
Yeah, we can't. Yeah. So yeah, there's a student, and the student said to me, he looked him up and down.
So I'll tell the story first. Okay, I'll tell the story first. So first story, I went to the interview and I dressed really fresh. Obviously, you know, like I got like a shacket on, like fresh, like, you know, jewelry, this, that, and the other, jeans that were like a bit ripped and blah blah blah. I just looked cool, and I freshly cut my hair and this, that, and the other, ready for an interview.
Yeah.
Little did I realise I was going to be walking into this place that looks like a skate park, and I was like, right. So I've sat down in the office that looked like a skate park, and I was like, this is so different and cool.
Yeah. And
we're all chatting, and they're, you know, introducing me to it, and one of the kids just randomly plonks himself next to me, and he went, "Whoa, are you getting a job here?" And I went, yeah. He went, "You should apply for Love Island, forget that." And I was like, I really need to change how I dress.
I've got a story about that kid. That kid, yeah, is on, do you know Pen Game? He's clashing now.
Really?
Yeah, he's big. LC, yeah. Facts. Shout out LC. Yeah, he's on Pen Game, bro. That's mad. That is crazy.
Yeah. And then we had another one, didn't we? Where I came in to cover his. Well, I was shadowing his lesson when I first started, and again, it was that jacket again. I was wearing that jacket again, and I walked in, and the kid's on the computer, and I was like, "Yeah, KB, you're right. Yeah, I'm with you now." And the kid's looked at me, and he's gone, "What?" And he stood up and backed into the corner, and he's looked at me and went, "You're fed."
Do you not give me no jokes?
Well, this kid is like the hardest kid in the whole establishment now. Yeah, he's like...
It's his house.
Yeah, but like he's constantly in trouble with the police. So he's like paranoid about it anyway. So it makes perfect sense.
What he's asking.
And Kieron does look like a fed.
Looking all sharp in that unofficial new... So what I was going to say to you boys is, so what's new for you guys? Then we are going to wrap it up. But what is new for you guys before we come to an end? So KB, and then for you.
So for me personally, I've stepped away from doing the same thing every week. So like what happens with some DJs, you get tied into a venue, you're there constantly. So what I've decided to do this year is really distance myself from that. So now venues always say, can you do every Friday? Can you do every Saturday? My answer's no.
Yeah.
I'll give you 1 or 2 a month and I'll just keep it moving.
That's what's new for me. That's excellent.
Because I don't want to like play the same, like each different venue that I'm playing at, it's got like a different demographic, different like music genre, that this venue favors this or this venue favors that. So to keep myself fresh, I'm just moving around.
No, that's good actually, because then you're in control as well then of your workload, as opposed to, like you said, they get you there every Friday. You're thinking, oh my gosh, this is too amazing. But because of paying the wages, the bills, which is what we'll come back to everyone, then no, you can't say no. So no, that's actually quite creative. How about yourself? What's new for you, bro?
Mainly just focusing on production now in my spare time. I want to start really pushing that aspect because I think that's... I don't want to say I've completed it, but DJ game for me when I'm DJing is just sport. You know, it doesn't test me anymore, really. I can go anywhere and smash it. Don't care.
Yeah, there's no fear factor. No, I know what you're saying.
Honestly,
no fear factor.
It's not just an urban room, it's a cheese room. Like, I don't care. I'll play Whitney Houston and, you know, YMCA if you want me to. I don't care. I just know what to do in a private party, a wedding, birthday, whatever it is. You know what I mean? If you just got out of jail, I'll throw you a party and we'll have a good time. But like, at the same time, production really makes me feel the same way I did when I first started DJing. It's them little... Ooh, I'm putting this out into the world and it's different, you know what I mean?
And it's out to stay as well.
So I want to, you know, obviously work with artists and stuff like that and build on that. But first, it's just the last year since our conversation, 1.5 years, has been about really polishing that stone and like really shaping it into something nice. And now I feel like I've got everything I need.
Sustainability.
Yeah, and especially working with the kids. Like they'll go, oh, I want to start something new today. And I'm like, right,
Yeah, let's go.
15, 20 minutes later, they've got a beat and they're rapping on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's giving me that speed, you know, the school is. So it's kind of a double thing because I'm professing to them that they need to be about their word and be about their business. But then when I come home, it's like, well, you better be about your business
Your
and
business
your word.
and the
Then,
word.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what you offer is important.
yeah,
then.
I'm pushing them out of their comfort zone, so I've got to push myself out of mine.
Facts.
So it's all about production. So I'm hoping that I can just channel that energy and create something out of it. Hopefully, at some point, we get a big record and I hear my own song on the radio. If I get that, I'm happy.
That'd be cool.
I am happy. I've got in it and got what I wanted from when I was a kid. Like that would be so watching MTV or whatever. That's so cool. They got their own song. Like,
see, for me, like what you're on about now is having your song played on GTA. I think there's so many people, artists our age, between 30 and 40, that grew up on GTA, on Xbox, and now can have their music played, feature on GTA.
Yeah.
Like who would have thought that you would have been on GTA yourself?
Yeah.
Whether like Central C or I don't know, Dave or someone like you think it. Like, no way, you was playing this at one stage and now you're actually a part of it, like you're on there.
Yeah,
so now that would be
awesome.
cool, man.
That would be awesome for me. I think that's the next goal. And I'm not sure where it goes after that because that just feeds the DJing thing. You know?
Good, and it's a good cycle to be a part of because, you know, if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, and that's where to be. Do you know what I mean? Doing what you love as opposed to, let's say, the mundane stuff where they're asking you there every week, you're sick of it, but it pays the bills, you can't get out of that loop, and then actually you start to plateau because you start to match your environment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it's always fresh, then you feel better because you think, oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here actually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think as a closing thought, I think it's just, we're at a time now where the world has a stage and a voice to complain about everything, right? So where we're in a world where you're complaining and all you hear is complaints about, oh, you know, for this topic of DJs, this isn't right about the world and that's not right about the world. Find what you're passionate about in that lane and just go and nurture it. Tend to it every day, like, you know, a little plant, like, and just water it and focus on that and cut the noise out. And it's amazing what happens, even if it's not on a grand scale. Yeah. Just showing up every day and focusing on what you're passionate about.
And like what you said, doing what you said you was going to do.
Yeah.
That's so deep. Doing what you said you was going to do as opposed to just not.
There's a business saying for that as well, which is do what you say what you do.
Yeah. There you go.
Simple as that.
There you go.
It feeds itself.
So where can we find you, Jensen? Social media, online interactions.
So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and and Mixcloud. They're all the same @_selector KB.
Perfect.
My central hub is Instagram. So DJ KieronJ, DJ KieronJ. On there, you've got links to my Mixcloud, my YouTube, TikTok. I don't use Snapchat or anything. I'm old school like that.
But if we wanted to book you boys for DJs for private parties, we can come through the DM.
Yeah, you can go on my Instagram and there's a job form that you can fill in, and it's like specifically what you want for your party, and then that goes to my emails, and I look at it and go, yeah, I like the look of that one.
Perfect.
You know?
Excellent.
So there's 2 avenues for myself. You can hit me in the DMs, or I do have an agent as well. So my agency is New Connect. You can hit up those guys.
New Connect, perfect. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Honestly, this is good. This is a great episode, man.
Thank you for having me on.
No problem, man.
Pleasure,
trust me, it's a good episode. So we're saying that we want to do this more. We want to get more, ask the DJs questions, get behind the scenes, get to know you guys really, because like you say, it's great being a hero in the corner, but it's also getting to know the person behind, and all get to know some of the techniques and that, because we do have some DJs watching who may not be as confident as yourselves, but they should be picking up the breadcrumbs that they should be, because that's going to help them in their game get to the level you're at, however long it takes.
Those DJs will be the ones blocking out the noise and focusing on their passions, like I said. So, you know, tune into this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because this is the real fly on the wall. I love that, by the way.
Yeah, it's
The fly on the wall conversations that you need. You know, it's the things that you can listen to when you're in the shower or when you're at the gym or when you're driving, and it keeps your mind ticking instead of thinking about what's going on in the world that's bad or negative. And just channel every second you can into something that you are working away and chipping away at. And it's amazing what happens. It really is.
No, I love that. Right, guys, honestly, this episode is brilliant. As you know, you got a room full of talkers, and this conversation will probably carry on past where we're at right now, but we absolutely love it. We thank you. We ask you like, share, subscribe, head on to Mixcloud, look at both of these incredible DJ sets, and please do get booking before the price goes up. The price is going up. Today we won, guys, man. Big love, big love.
Peace.
Peace.